16 fighting machines. In a fierce of knockout competition, last week Bronco booked the competition while Royal Pain laid the Royal smack down. Now only 2 places remain in the grand final. This is Robot Rumble. Hello and welcome to the final group of this season's Robot Rumble. 6 machines have already stamped their tickets into the finals, and tonight we find out who will complete the roster. Before we get into tonight's action, let's meet the machines. From Derby, Impulse. Impulse ripped chunks out of its opponents at the Robot Rumble pilot event, before eventually falling to fury in the grand final. They've returned with a new slick black blade that they say will cause even more damage this time around. Still not got a self-righting mechanism though. From California, Tombstone. Tombstone lived up to the pre-tournament hype at the pilot event, ripping panels off eventual champions Fury in a very one-sided fight. Tombstone was surely going through until they went and mucked it up by driving into the pit. The terrifying spinner has returned though, and barring any accidents is one of my favourites to win the title. From the Republic of Ireland, Deitor. You might recognise the shape of this machine, and you would be right. The boys from Ireland have modified the original Witch Doctor from the pilot event and turned it into this polka-dotted, boggly-eyed beast. It's got a strong defensive wedge, meaning it should be able to stand up to some of the nasty spinners in this group. From Penzance, Sharkbite. This team from Cornwall bring a robot with no active weapons, instead describing their machine as being armed with anchors that are bolted onto the front and rear of the machine. Its tactic, therefore, will be to utilise these in any way, shape or form. I say, good luck to them. So, those are the machines in what looks to be a very strong heat. Here are the first round fights. Theotor will take on Tombstone, but first let's see how second seed Impulse does against Sharkbite.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
So, Impulse, the runner-up from the pilot event with that devastating disc, against Sharkbite, the new boys with a very interesting design. We've seen a fair few interesting designs so far on Robot Rumble this year. No active weapon on Sharkbite, but they've got those 2 self-dubbed anchors. There's Impulse trying to cause some damage there. Both machines very active, moving around here. In comes Impulse, bang, bouncing off the wall. We've seen that a fair few times from Impulse before, ricocheting off those arena walls. Oh, big slam from Impulse. Our Sharkbite immobilized. No, they're still crawling away here. Impulse just getting that disc up to speed, ready to attack the Shark. Oh, big slam. And Impulse here doing all the damage, all the attacking. Sharkbite doesn't know where to go, doesn't know what to do. Although, I think here it's actually got the anchor underneath Impulse there. Oh, and Impulse has gotten away. Oh no, but they're pushing Impulse towards the pit here. Oh, but Sharkbite have gone in. Here's the replay. It was actually a fantastic attack from Sharkbite underneath Impulse, but then Impulse just reversed it on them.
Cease.
Sharkbite very nearly causing an upset here, but it wasn't to be. Impulse, early tabletoppers, laying the gauntlet down to our other 2 machines, who will fight right now.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, Activate.
Tombstone looking to bury the demons of the pilot event when they really should have gone through against Fury. Although Deitor right now already pushing in, the lads from Ireland in this, their first Royal Rumble. And Tombstone's blade appears to have stopped. Oh, an eye of Deitor's come off. They're just blinking and winking at us now. And actually, I think a bit of armour was stuck in Tombstone's blade. There is the armour. Deitor, meanwhile, has stopped. But they've gotten away. They were stuck on the arena floor, and Tombstone comes driving in, ripping a panel off of the front of that Irish machine. Oh, Deitor very nearly close to the pit, but the other eye has come off there. You can see it lying on the arena floor. But Deitor, without any eyes, is rampant. It can't see the danger of Tombstone. That blade spinning up to speed, it's not caused the damage we saw it causing the pilot so far. Tombstone are actually looking a little bit in danger here. And both machines dancing, and what a battle this has been so far. Tombstone into the corner. Have they stopped? Are they alright? They're away. Ooh, both machines so far stopping, and oh, big slam there from Deitor and I into the pit. Both machines go in.
Cease.
And here is the replay. Deitor slam, off goes a rear piece of armour panelling. And then Tombstone were just a sitting duck for Deitor. And it's a massive upset. Irish eyes are smiling. Deitor with an electric start to the group. Tombstone left with work to do to qualify. It doesn't get any easier for Tombstone in round 2 as they take on Impulse in a titanic battle of the horizontal spinners.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
I must say, this fight was on my bucket list of Robot Rumble fights. 2 titanic spinners, the bar spinner of Tombstone and the blade of Impulse, and both machines come slamming head to head. Who's going to win, this sort of angled spinner of Impulse or the bar spinner of Tombstone? Both machines whirring up to speed here, waiting to collide. It's going to be a big bang when they hit. Oh, big slam. And which machine is going to come out on top here? Already some armour missing there from Tombstone. That rear armour, which is a weakness, slammed off there by Impulse. Both machines still in the game here. Tombstone looking to cause some damage to that front of Impulse, and both machines here are locked together. Impulse blade is stuck into the wheel of Tombstone, and both machines spinning, doing the do-si-do and edging ever close towards that pit, and Impulse has gone in. What a surprise! Both machines spinning in circles, locked together in a dance of death. And both machines edged ever closer towards that pit, but it was Impulse who went in. 3 points to Tombstone.
Cease.
Fast, frenetic action that sees Tombstone fire themselves back into contention. Theotor now have the chance to go top of the table with a win against Sharkbite.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Deitor come charging out of their corner straight into Sharkbite, who's barely got going here, and he's holding him in the corner here, and he's dragging them away, and the anchor's actually caught on that front wedge of Deitor. Now Sharkbite getting up to speed, but being pushed close to the pit, and surely they're in. Into the pit goes Sharkbite. Deitor made it look easy, ramming, and then Sharkbite were caught, and all they could do was fall into Davy Jones's locker.
Wow. Cease.
Making it look easy. Deitor in a commanding position going into round 3. Tombstone and Impulse also chasing, and in with a chance of going through. It's all going to go down here in round 3. Tombstone will look to pile pressure on with a win against Sharkbite, but first, a massive, massive battle between Impulse and Theotor.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
So, there are consequences ranging far and high depending on the result of this fight. Deitor know that even with a judge's decision win, they will be through to the next round. But already some damage here from Impulse, who have ripped the panel off there of Deitor. The front panel is now exposed, that front wedge, and Impulse meanwhile has shed its armor plating sides here. Both machines ramming into the corner, and there we go, just shedding both side panels, and now Deitor are stuck in the arena corner under pressure here from Impulse. And I think Deitor there has shredded another armor plate, and there are bits of armor here strewn all across the arena now. And Impulse just playing with its food. But Deitor, we know, is still a great rammer. It showed its ramming capability against Tombstone, but now both machines are doing the do-si-do like Tombstone and Impulse did in the last fight. But they're both alive and well. Both just scouting each other out, but Deitor have fallen into the pit.
Cease.
Well, it was this slam here, and it just threw Deitor, and they were caught 2 wheels over the pit, and they couldn't help but drive in. Impulse putting the cat amongst the pigeons with a knockout win here. It means that Tombstone could tie up the scores and force a judge's decision with a knockout, but Sharkbite will be eager to get some points on the board.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
So Tombstone need to win to ensure a judge's decision. They've got to win by a knockout, but Sharkbite getting up to speed here using the full body spinner, but actually, hang on, wait a minute. Tombstone have ripped one of the anchors off, and now Sharkbite are all at sea. The weight has gone, and they've actually lost one there completely. Tombstone ripping it off. Oh, and Tombstone's ripped the other one off. And now Sharkbite is just a box. It's just bait. They're fish food now for the real shark that is Tombstone here. They're just a block with 2 wheels, and Tombstone chucking the anchors into the pit with its blade. And now it's Sharkbite who've got no real offensive capability. They're spinning round, they're trying to do something, but Tombstone have taken away their main offensive capability. And Tombstone here are looking in command here. Remember, we have seen this before. They drove into the pit against Fury. But Sharkbite, I don't see them doing the old push and shove. Tombstone trying to get them close to the pit, although a bit of armor coming off the back there of Tombstone, who are beginning to ram and shove, and Sharkbite are ever so close to that pit. They're wiggling around, and oh, they've just decided to drive themselves into the deep.
Cease.
Well, Sharkbite had enough of fighting. They actually pulled a panel off there of Tombstone, who's been losing panels on the rear-hand side all throughout this group of Robot Rumble, but they shoved them here, Sharkbite, close to the edge, and the control just went, what are they doing? And then I think they thought, nah, we don't want any more of this fight, we're done. So, Tombstone force a tie, meaning that Deitor, Tombstone and Impulse will be judged to see who are going through. Oh, but I'm being told that Deitor have suffered irreparable damage and are pulling out of the competition. Oh, what a shame. They had such a strong heat. It means that Tombstone and Impulse are through to the finals, and that the bracket is now set, however. And what a finals it is set out to be, with spinners, flippers and axes and everything in between. We'll see you next time to crown ourselves a champion on Robot Rumble. Good night.